All right, so today I'm very excited. We're gonna start the Orlando series, and I'm gonna be going around fishing some of the different public bodies of water that are in Orlando, and highlight, you know, my trials and tribulations of such. Some of the lakes I've fished quite a bit. Some I have not fished at all. This idea was kind of born out of the there's a Florida Sportsman article that came out that did the same thing, kind of highlighted some of the lakes around Orlando, and it did a terrible job. It was a little baby paragraph on a few of them, you know, it mentioned a few others in passing, and I just thought, man, there's a lot of awesome little lake. I mean, there's a ton of lakes in Orlando, and there's just a ton of public bodies of water to fish. So I thought we would start going around slowly but surely and videoing all of these different spots that you can, that are wide open to the public, man. And today we're starting at Lake Maitland, part of the Winter Park chain. I've fished this lake specifically quite a bit. I've fished pretty much every lake in the Winter Park chain, if I think about it. But especially this lake, there's a public boat ramp. We're at Fort Maitland Park right now. And I would tell you that this chain, it's a lot of eelgrass. There's Maitland, Lake Maitland specifically, has a ton of eelgrass. There's a good amount of clear water most of the time. Some of the other lakes get a little murkier, but ton of eelgrass. Some lily pads here and there, not a bunch. And you can catch a lot of fish out of these lakes. Not the biggest, it's definitely not, I wouldn't claim it's known for, for big fish, but you can catch a ton of fish out of these lakes, so it's a fun time. So with that, this is going to be the first of many, and let's get started. So just to give an idea of the vegetation, there's a lot of eelgrass in this lake, but there's also this guy. It's called Carolina Water Shield. I don't know if you can see that right there. We just kind of pulled that clump up with our jerk bait, and it's kind of all throughout, and it's kind of very much like hydrilla in that it'll grow up to the surface in long stalks. There's another piece right there you can kind of see, kind of growing up towards the surface. So it's not like, eelgrass will grow up pretty tall, but not in deep water like that. So there's just some of the vegetation that's in this lake. Those are the two main ones, mostly eelgrass. I think that's probably an invasive species. It probably hasn't been here that long, and they're just kind of starting to take over little sections. So just something to expect. There's a lot of grass in this lake. Oh, there's one. There we go. Oh, is that a gar? Dang it. Uh-oh. What is that? I think it's a gar. The way it came up, I thought I saw some toothy snout. That's not good. That's not what we want. What the hell is... Oh, it is a gar. It's a good one. It's a decent sized gar. Okay, buddy. Do not take my bait. I'm gonna be wanting that back. Shoot. Oh man. It's like a 2-3 footer. Oh, look at that. That is not something that's gonna be fun to deal with. Look at that. Look at all those teeth. Look at all those teeth. That's the business end right there. Look at all those teeth. That is not cool. Not cool, my friend. Let's see if we can extract our jerk bait. Ooh, we're so close. If you thrash, it's all over. Do not thrash. We are so close. Oh, we gotta look at that. All right, so we're still paddling over a ton of this Carolina Water Shield. I had no idea it was this pervasive throughout this lake, but we're we're just starting fall. We're coming out of, you know, summer, so grass is going to be at its utmost in growth and magnitude. So as you can see here, there's a little point right here, and then over there there's another little point, and there's an island. So this whole area is kind of like, you know, one of the obvious spots to start. And I'll throw this jerk bait all the way in between, you know, and if you look at the Navionics, you can see how the points kind of come out and intersect with each other. It's almost kind of like a hump, and then on the other side of that point over there in between the island, there's kind of a deeper channel, and then it gets deeper off the island. It's, you know, just different stuff to look at and fish. I use Navionics. I don't have electronics, obviously, so this, you know, there's a map up for this lake, and that helps me tremendously. And it's a small enough lake where I can kind of triangulate myself, even if I'm out in the middle of it. So is that a fish? Oh, there's a little guy. All right. Oh man, a teeny tiny guy. Look at that little dude. All right, well, we're on the board at least. Oh, there's one. Here we go. That feels a little better. Come on, baby. Tell me it's not another gar. There we go. Come on. Come on. He hasn't. Oh, there you go. That looks like a bass. Oh, man. He's angry. Come on. I probably haven't foul hooked. Come on. Come on, Cap. Let me get you. Come on, baby. Come on up. That's not bad. That's definitely better. Oh, we'll take that all day, guy. Here we go. Let me get you, guy. Heck yeah, that's a decent fish. Nice. All right, man. Love it when a plan comes together. There's one. There we go. Oh, he's a little guy. Saw a little movement out here, so that's when we turned around and flicked it out there. This little guy bit. Oh, there's one. Just reeling it in, baby. Here we go. Another little guy. I'll take that. Just a shade bigger than some of the ones we've caught. Some of the smaller ones we've been catching. All right, so we're on the other side of the lake, and we're coming up to the same kind of similar situation as where we dropped in, where it's kind of 3 points you can see where these trees are, 1, 2, and then across the way, and kind of converge in this area. And it's just another spot where, you know, a lot of bait fish get eaten and corralled and stuff. And these 2 points are super close together. So right now on this side, we're kind of coming up on a nice eelgrass flat. So it's pretty shallow, and then it kind of drops off deeper going out to that other point. And this is just another area to target bass hanging out, feeding on shad. So, ooh, there's one. There we go. Ooh, that feels a little better. Here we go. We were just reeling it in. Got popped again, which happens when you're fishing jerk baits. I'll take them however I can get them, though. Okay. Where are we living? Come on up, buddy. Oh, that's a decent one. That's a better fish. That's an old Tubbins. Oh God. Nice. Okay. Look at that. A little football shaped fish. I'll take that all day. Not a monster, but a little better than some of the ones we've been catching. Which is kind of what you expect out of it, man. There's, you know, if you're catching a decent amount of fish, you're definitely catching a lot of small ones. But there's some decent fat fish in here. It makes for a good time. There's something right over there. Oh, there's one. There we go. Not a big one. We saw something around chasing bait, so just kind of hung out in this area and made some fan casts. Got this little guy. So we're kind of in the deeper section in between these points. You know, basically I'm trying to fish around, find out where I'm really not getting jammed up in the grass and stuff. Kind of stick in those areas because then I'm most likely fishing on, you know, edges of the grass and stuff. But we've seen some activity out here. There's still plenty of, you know, still stuff going on, so we're gonna hang out here for a bit and try and pick this whole area apart. Oh, there we go. There's another one. Oh, another little guy. All right. We kind of fished this little area plenty, caught a few. We're gonna tuck under this bridge, and on the other side there's kind of a canal that feeds back to the other side. This is an island over here, and it, you know, just feeds back to another side of the lake. But this canal's kind of got some good deeper water. It's not big, but it's got some nice deep water to it, so we'll probably sling around and see what we can make happen. Paddle by Carrot Top's house. I'm not going to point out which one it is, but he lives right along here. All right, so we're back on the one side of Maitland where we kind of started. You can see over to my left, that's one of the first points where we fished. We're gonna hop into this little canal, and this little canal, if you keep going straight through it, will connect you to Minnehaha. But we're gonna take a little turn to the left, and there's a little lake that's called Nina. And that lake's unique because it's very different than all the other lakes in the Winter Park chain. It's a really tiny lake, but it's got a lot of lily pads and a lot of that dark tannic water that Florida is always known for. So we're gonna pop in there and just kind of throw a big kind of wakey crankbait around the outside edges. Not really a crankbait, but like a big wake bait, and see if we can't kind of pull a bigger fish out of the lily pads. Oh, there's a little one. There's a little bass. Okay, so we just caught a little one. Saw a little activity hitting bait on the surface. Just saw it happen again over here. So we're gonna keep tossing the jerk bait around for a couple minutes. There's one. Another little guy. Okay. So we came out of Lake Nina, didn't have much luck after a bit. The camera overheated. came back out here, tossed a jerk bait around in the area where we started out here on Lake Maitland. Again, I forgot my water, so I started to overheat as well. So I'm gonna call it a day. We had a good day, traveled around the lake, caught some fish, and we'll probably, you know, there will be a few more videos in this series where we hit the winter park chain, a few different lakes. And we'll definitely be back here. This is a lake I fish a decent amount in the winter time, because you can come out here, throw jerk bait, catch fish, and have a good time. So until next time.